So what we are doing is getting Charlie used to wearing a muzzle. He can get a little reactive when being held and a little nervous in situations where people are touching his backside or any sort of control. So in order for him to be safe in a home, he should likely be muzzle trained. So one of the things that we're working on is using a basket muzzle. And you want to put it on, initially, he's used to this now. Charlie, here, Charlie, look at right in there. There you go, look at, you're gonna explore. It's just putting it on the ground and throwing a treat in it. So he has to put his own nose in the muzzle. It doesn't matter if he's putting it in the right way or upside down or anything like that. He's used to that now. The muzzle is now in the bucket outside of his kennel. So feel free to just sort of throw it in there, put a treat in it, and see if he can put his nose. What we want to do is get him used to putting it on. So the next step after him exploring it is to literally hold it. And I'm just going to toss some treats in, and he's going to put his nose in. Good job, buddy. And I'm just holding it. I have to hold it with my hand down because otherwise it actually sits on my hand. It'll just fall out. Right there, bud. Good job. Good job. You find it? Did you find it in there? Good. This muzzle is a little big for him. It's a size 4. We should probably do a size 3. But it's fine to practice. You know, this isn't going to be the one that we probably fit him with. It's just the one that they grabbed. So for now, it's just going to be doing some of the high-value treats, the freeze-dried liver. We don't want to use a bunch of them, but, you know, it's more than, what we want to do is just get him used to it. So, you know, 4 or 5, you know, as he's doing that. The next step up from this is to using something that's a little bit longer for him to eat rather than just a treat. So I'm going with the Alpo just because there's some gravy to it. Again, it's going to be putting that in here. Charlie. Charlie boy, come here. Look at I got. So I'm going to drop the Alpo in with the gravy. He's going to put his head in and then hold his head in the muzzle. And that's one of the things that we have to get him used to, having the muzzle on for more than just a second. So again, putting it in there, holding it out, him putting his face in there. Good job, buddy. Good job. You can do it with my hands too. I know. It's super exciting. You can explore if you want to. And so you can do that using the food, you know, anything that's long lasting. I'm going to be getting some peanut butter to swirl on the inside and also some spray cheese so that it's something that's longer lasting for him to eat. Since we don't have that right now, what I'm using is the beef recipe, the Fresh Pet. And I'm just going to take some here and I'm going to smush it on the inside so that he actually needs to use his tongue in order to get it off the edges. So let's see. Charlie. Charlie, look it. Why don't you put your nose in there? Good job, buddy. Yeah, right in there. Yes. So this is just desensitizing Charlie to getting his head in the muzzle. Once he's done it a few times, then you can hold it up so that he's eating all the good stuff. Charlie boy. We never want to force this. We want putting his head in the muzzle to be a positive thing. And then once he's done it a couple of times, we can fool around with the strap. So put it upward so that the strap goes over. I'm going to do another Alpo here just because it's easier. Charlie, here you go. Look at yummies. And I'm moving that strap up. Yummies. Oops, the strap is caught. That's okay. That's okay. I'll move the strap up this way. Yeah, I know, it's good stuff, isn't it? Look at that. It's yummy stuff. This is caught. There we go. Right there. Good job, look at that. Nice. Once we can do that for a few seconds and he's holding it, then we can actually put the strap over him. Again, once we put the strap over, it would be just touching the ends. Once he gets used to the ends touching, then we could, again, use something long-lasting. Once we do the peanut butter and he licks it off, what we'll do then is we'll freeze the peanut butter in there so it takes him even longer. What we need to do is extend out the amount of time that Charlie has his nose in the muzzle, and then it becomes more and more something that he is comfortable doing. So the desensitization process isn't hard, it's just that we have to move at the pace of Charlie and not necessarily at the pace of the humans that are doing this. So I would like the dog volunteers to start doing this with Charlie. He's going to be available for adoption very soon because he's going to be neutered next week. And then once that happens, you know, we'd like to be able to tell potential adopters that he is muzzle trained, and then also why he is muzzle trained, because we just don't want him ever using his mouth inappropriately when he gets super stressed. So he's done really, really well with the muzzle. He's not fighting the muzzle at all, and he actually engages with it now because good stuff happens when the muzzle rolls around. So please start some muzzle training with Charlie when you guys have the chance. Again, you're not putting it on him, there's no force, and you're not clipping it at this point in time. Just using food and getting him used to it. Thanks.